Secrets don't stay buried forever. Tiana, they told us forget. But my grandmother wrote it all down. Legacy of truth, buried but breathing. Every lie they told, still bleeding. You can silence mouths, you can lock the proof, but you can't outrun the legacy of truth.
The town of RollingWood was wrapped in an unsettling quiet when Tiana Reeves stepped off the bus, the gravel crunching softly beneath her polished black heels. The sun dipped low, casting long shadows over familiar streets that had once been her childhood playground. A distant echo of laughter now drowned in the heaviness of recent sorrow. Her hand clutched a small leather bag tightly, the weight of the news she'd received still heavy in her chest. Tiana's mind was a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. Her grandmother, Elise Reeves, had always been the stalwart matriarch of RollingWood, a woman whose warmth and wisdom had shaped her into the woman she was today. Yet, only days ago, she had received a call that shattered her peace. Elise had died suddenly, under circumstances that defied explanation. The funeral was scheduled for following morning, but Tiana felt compelled to return immediately. Something about Elise's passing didn't sit right with her. She needed answers. As she approached the modest Reeves family home, the scent of blooming magnolias wafted through the air, blending with faint undertone of unease. The house, once lively with family gathered holidays, now stood silent and somber. The porch swinging gently in the evening breeze, seemed to whisper secrets of long-forgotten days. Inside, her mother's voice broke the silence. "Tiana, honey, you're here." Her mother's eyes were red-rimmed, but her voice remained steady. "I had to come back. Ma, something about Grandma's death doesn't feel right." Tiana's voice quivered slightly with emotion. "The police say it was a heart attack," her mother replied softly. "But I know Elise. She was strong, resilient. A heart attack, that's not her style." Tiana nodded, her mind racing. She knew her grandmother better than anyone. Elise Reeves had been a pillar of the community, a retired schoolteacher respected by all. Yet, beneath her calm exterior, there had always been an air of mystery, a quiet strength that hinted at hidden depths. The night grew darker as Tiana settled into her childhood bedroom. Memories flooded her mind, the summer afternoon spent listening to her grandmother's stories, the secrets hidden behind her warm smile. But sleep was elusive. Her thoughts kept circling back to the circumstances of Elise's death. Had someone deliberately caused it? Was there more to this than met the eye? At dawn, she dressed meticulously, donning a tailored blazer and a determined expression. Today, she would confront the past head-on. The funeral was held at the quaint church on Main Street. The pews were filled with familiar faces, neighbors, old friends, and family members. Elise's casket was adorned with lilies and roses, the scent of bittersweet reminder of life and loss. After the service, Tiana approached her mother. "Mom, I want to talk to Reverend Carter. I need to ask about something particular, something Elise mentioned before her death." Her mother hesitated. "Tiana, be careful. Some things better left alone." "No, I have to know. If there's even a chance that Elise was involved in something, I need the truth." Reverend Carter, a kindly man with graying hair and gentle eyes, listened intently as Tiana explained her suspicions. When she finished, he looked thoughtful. "Elise was an honest woman. I know she had her secrets, but she loved this town. If something was troubling her, I believe she would have told me." Tiana nodded, but her gut told her otherwise. That evening, she wandered to Elise's study, a room filled with ancient books, family photographs, and a small locked cabinet tucked away in the corner. Something about that cabinet drew her in. Digging into her bag, she found a spare set of keys her grandmother had given her long ago, keys that might open a mysterious lock. With trembling hands, she unlocked it. Inside, she found a leather-bound journal, its pages yellow with age, filled with handwriting that looked hurried and anxious. She opened it carefully, realizing this was the beginning of her true investigation. The journal entries chronicled Elisa's efforts to uncover something, perhaps a secret that someone wanted buried. One entry caught her eye. "They're watching. I can feel it. If anything happens to me, know that the truth is buried in the old mill, underneath the floorboard." A shiver ran down Tiana's spine. The old mill on the outskirts of town had been abandoned for decades, but perhaps it still held secrets. Her grandmother's words beckoned her, revealing a puzzle that needed solving. The next day, Tiana ventured to the decrepit mill, her heart pounding. The broken windows and crumbling walls were silent witnesses to the past. As she stepped inside, debris cracked beneath her feet. Pushing aside old planks, she discovered a loose floorboard. Underneath, wrapped in yellow cloth, was a small tin box. Inside were photographs, documents, and another note. "If you're reading this, it means they failed. The truth is closer than you think." The photographs included images of police officers and townsfolk, figures she recognized from her childhood but hadn't thought suspicious. As she sifted through the documents, her eyes widened in shock. Evidence of a cover-up, bribes, and hidden ties to illicit activities. Suddenly, a noise startled her, a faint click behind her. She whirled around to see a figure disappearing through the shadows. "Who's there?" she demanded, her voice trembling despite her resolve. No reply. As she hurried out of the mill, her mind raced. Someone was watching her. Someone wanted to keep these secrets buried. Back at home, she knew her journey had only begun. The pieces of her grandmother's life and death were intertwined with a dangerous web. The truth lay beneath the surface of RollingWood's calm facade, waiting for her to unravel it, and she was determined to uncover it, no matter the cost. Tiana locked the study door behind her, her hands still trembling. She sank into her grandmother's leather chair, the journal open on her lap. Her mind raced with questions. Who had been following her? Why would someone go to such lengths to keep these secrets hidden? And most importantly, what exactly had Elise uncovered in RollingWood? A sudden knock at the front door snapped her from her thoughts. Heart hammering, she cautiously approached. Through the frosted glass, she saw a familiar figure, Marcus Langley, her childhood friend and neighbor, who now ran the corner store. Relief washed over her as she opened the door. "Tiana, I heard you were back," Marcus said, his voice low. "Everything okay?" Tiana hesitated, unsure how much to reveal. "Marcus, do you know anything about the old mill? About what happened there 20 years ago?" His expression stiffened. "Why are you asking about that now? That place, it's trouble. People around here don't talk about it, and for good reason." "I think Grandma stumbled onto something," Tiana said, her voice firm. "Something dangerous, and I think it's connected to her death." Marcus ran a hand through his hair, glancing over his shoulder as if afraid someone might be listening. "Tiana, you don't know what you're getting into. Some things from the past. They're better left buried. But if you're determined, I can at least tell you this. The mill wasn't just abandoned. Someone powerful wanted it that way." Tiana's pulse quickened. "Who?" "Marcus. I need names, anything." He shook his head. "Not here, but if you want answers, meet me at the old diner on Oak Street. Midnight. Come alone. And Tiana, be careful. People don't like nosy questions around here." Before she could respond, he turned and disappeared into the dusk, leaving her with a sense of foreboding that settled deep in her chest. That night, Tiana packed a small bag, flashlight, gloves, and the journal, and set out toward the diner. The streets of RollingWood were silent, almost unnaturally so, the fog curling around the street lamps like ghostly fingers. Her every step echoed against empty storefronts, each shadow seeming to move with her. At the diner, a lone booth near the back held a familiar silhouette. Marcus stood, nursing a cup of black coffee, eyes scanning the darkened windows as if expecting someone or something. "You came," he whispered as she slid into the booth across from him. "I need to know Marcus," she said. "Grandma wouldn't have left me clues unless it was important. What's going on in this town?" Marcus leaned closer, his voice barely audible. "RollingWood. It's never been as quiet and innocent as everyone thinks. There's money deals disappearances, and people in power who will kill to keep it all hidden. Elise, she got too close. That's why she's gone. Tiana swallowed hard. Then I have to keep going. I have to finish what she started. He placed a hand over hers. I know you do, but if you're serious, you'll need more than courage. You'll need allies, and you'll need to be smarter than anyone watching. Because Tiana, they're always watching. A chill ran down her spine, echoing the warning her grandmother had written. She clenched the journal to her chest, determination hardening in her eyes. RollingWood had secrets, and Elise had trusted her to uncover them. Somewhere in a quiet town, unseen eyes followed her every move, waiting. And Tiana Reeves knew that the legacy of truth her grandmother left her was just the beginning of a much darker story. The night stretched on, heavy and silent, as Tiana planned her next move. The game had begun, and there was no turning back. The clock on the diner wall ticked past midnight, each second stretching longer than the last. Marcus stood first, slipping a few bills onto the counter. "That's all I can say tonight," he murmured. "If anyone asks, we didn't talk." Tiana nodded, understanding the unspoken danger beneath his words. "Marcus, if something happens to me," he cut her off gently, "don't think like that. Just promise me you'll watch your back." Outside, the air felt colder. Tiana walked home quickly, the sound of her heels echoing too loudly against the pavement. Halfway down Magnolia Street, she felt again that unmistakable sensation of being watched. She slowed, pretended to check her phone, and glanced at a darkened storefront window. A shadow moved. Her heart slammed against her ribs. She turned suddenly. "Hello?" Nothing. The street was empty, but the silence felt crowded. Tiana hurried the rest of the way home, locking the door behind her and sliding the deadbolt into place. Only then did she allow herself to breathe. In her room, she spread the documents from the tin box across the bed. Photos, bank slips, old town council minutes. Names repeated over and over, some familiar, some forgotten. One name caught her eye, Sheriff Harold Boone. "He's still in office," she whispered. Her phone buzzed suddenly. Unknown number. Stop digging. Her blood ran cold. Before she could respond, another message came through. "Unknown number. Your grandmother should have listened." Tiana's hand shook as she locked her phone and backed away from the bed. This wasn't paranoia anymore. This was a warning. She didn't sleep that night. At dawn, she visited the cemetery alone. Elise's grave was freshly turned, the earth still dark and damp. Tiana knelt, brushing her fingers across the engraved name. "I don't know how deep this goes," she said softly, her voice breaking, "but I promise you I won't stop." As she stood, she noticed something tucked behind the headstone, a folded piece of paper, yellowed at the edges. Her heart pounded as she opened it. If you're reading this, they've already made their move. Trust no one in uniform. The past is alive and it knows your name. Tiana folded the note carefully, slipping it into her pocket. She turned toward the road just as a patrol car passed slowly, the sheriff's eyes briefly meeting hers through the windshield. The message was clear. Whatever Elise had uncovered wasn't buried with her. RollingWood was hiding something rotten beneath its quiet surface, and now Tiana was part of it. As the church bells rang in the distance, Tiana walked away from the grave with resolve hardening in her chest. She wasn't just grieving anymore. She was investigating a murder.
RollingWood. Secrets don't stay buried forever. Tiana, they told us forget. But my grandmother wrote it all down. Can't outrun a legacy of truth. Can't outrun a legacy of truth. Can't outrun a legacy of truth.